The trial of 5 men accused of killing Senzo Meyiwa is back in the High Court sitting in Pretoria this morning. Yesterday, there was a postponement to allow the counsel for the accused, especially number 5, to consult with his client. Now, Meyiwa was killed in 2014 at the home of his then-girlfriend Kelly Khumalo's mother in Vosloorus. Our reporter Tshegohaco Moagi is following the story, joining us live from the court now. Tshegohaco, good morning to you. I know that you possibly are going to be talking to a family member of the Meyiwas. The question I would like to ask of you is, what can we read into the presence in court yesterday of the lawyer representing Kelly Khumalo? That would be the girlfriend at whose mother's house, Senzo Meyiwa was killed. And I suppose, Tshego, also, is there anything to read in not only her absence, but also the wife? We understand that the wife of Senzo Meyiwa is not in court. It's just the 2 family members, the 2 sisters that are there.
Indeed, Polly, that is true. So we did, of course, see the advocate, the watching brief advocate for Kelly Khumalo, and she just really got up in court and just mentioned that she is representing, or the watching brief for Kelly Khumalo, the then girlfriend of Senzo Meyiwa when he passed away. The wife indeed has not been in court, and it is quite an interesting stance that you have mentioned there, that she has not been in court, that Kelly Khumalo herself or any of her family members have also not been in court. We are still waiting to see clearly who the witnesses are on the state list as this trial is expected to get underway today. But let's just get comment then, and you know the expectations from the family. I'm joined by Nomalanga Meyiwa. She is the cousin to Senzo Meyiwa. Sis Nomalanga, thank you so much for your time. So let's just start off, Uguti, nizizwa kanjani as a family now that this trial is getting underway?
Ngiyabonga kakhulu sisi. Sizizwa sine-relief kakhulu as a family ukuthi the trial isiqalile, and we are hoping ukuthi namhlanje, the trial was postponed izolo, so we are hoping ukuthi namhlanje there is something new esizoyithola, and also sithole ney'mpendulo zemibuzo eminingi esesinayo for the past 8 years since leli cala belingathethwa and singazi nokuthi kwenzakalani ngokufa kabhuti wethu.
So as a family, nidila kanjani umama kaSenzo yena unjani manje, especially after the passing of her husband?
I can say she's coping as much as zifika lezo ikhathi lezo, as ukuthi usesele yedwa ekhaya and she's the only person manje semdala, but ke ngoba sikhona njengabantwana bakhe, we are there to support her, and nokuthi nje umphakathi and ifamily simnika leyo support ukuthi nje abe strong as much as ingeke kube kungekho lula, because nayo she's got answers ukuthi kwenzakalani kahle kahle ngokufa kwengane yakhe. But we are hoping ukuthi njengoba sila simele yena, and we are hoping ukuthi kukhona esizokuphinda nakhe ekhaya siyomtshela ukuthi kwenzakalani, and also sikwazi ukuthola i-closure nathi as a family, because sesifisa ngathi ngavala the chapter, because ayikho into ebuhlungu njengokuthi hlale isikhathi side kanje and singazi ukuthi kwenzakalani ngegazi lethu.
I think also the big thing is Nomalanga ukuthi kwenzakaleni ngoSenzo, and that's a big question that you currently have. Ngizokubuza ukuthi, have you had any communication at all no Kelly Khumalo or anybody that was in the house?
No, sis, mina nje myself angaze ngicommunicate lutho no Kelly Khumalo, and also with the people ababekade bengaphakathi like Senzo's friends. It's been a while even ukubabona, and ayikho futhi ngicabanga ukuthi singayikhuluma nabo until bona kube ukuthi bafuna ukusitshela iqiniso ukuthi kwenzakalani kumngane wabo on the day eDutuba.
And how are the children? Angazi if you've got any communication abantwana baka Senzo? Abantwana bakaSenzo banjani bona? Angazi ukuthi uyakhuluma nabo?
Yes, abantwana bakaSenzo bayaphila. The 2 daughters, lo okamandisa, she used ukuthi azosivakashela ekhaya eThekwini ezihlala la eGoli, and namhla sihlala naye ekhaya. So abantwana bakaSenzo bayaphila kakhulu and they are coping.
Unjani usisi Mandisa?
Usesimanje is alright kakhulu sis, alright.
So nifuna ukubona ini? I mean, we saw the documentary manje that came out yega Senzo Meyiwa and ukuthi kwenzakalani according to the documentary. Nina nifuna ukubona ini as a family njengoba niza all the way from KZN?
The only thing we want ukuthi sazi sis ukuthi kwenzakalani. Sifuna ukuthola iqiniso, and we also want ukuthi who's behind yonke the case, and also ukuthi if there is someone ukuthi mhlambe these people ababoshiwe, if ukuthi bathi they were sent by someone, we want to know ukuthi who's exactly that person. We want to know who's the mastermind. So ngiyacabanga ukuthi the only thing esidingayo thina manje ukwazi iqiniso and sivale le chapter and kuphele nje ukuthi kwenzakalani kusenza.
It must have been a very difficult time 8 years ago. Ni celebrate kanjani or nimkhumbula kanjani uSenzo?
uSenzo sisi ube umuntu obe nothando. uSenzo ubeyithanda ifamily yakhe, ubebathanda abantu. So uma kufika lezo ikhathi each and every time uSenzo benithanda uNkulunkulu. uSenzo each and every time mangabe sisekhaya bekuba nje kuba mnandi, bekuculwa, kwenziwa nje izinto ezimnandi. So each and every time makufika leso sikhathi we know ukuthi siyamkhumbula. Masimkhumbula, we do pray, we do have ama prayers, sihambe simvakashela endlini yakhe. So that's what into ebekade yenza naye uku-embrace uthando nokukhombisa indlela besithanda ngayo as a family. So nje senza sure ukuthi nangalelo langa as much as kuvuka lezo ilonda, but siya rejoice ukuthi ekugcineni kwakumnandi siphila naye, and he was a very brave person.
Now, as South Africa, we've lost a soccer player for South Africans, really. Of course, his team players would say a brother as well. When as a cousin, Yake, what do you think the country has really lost? And Nina, as a family, I mean, you've just described umuntu onjani, but what are some of the things that you miss most about him?
Into engathi besikhumbula kakhulu ngaye njengoba ngisho nje ukuthi ukuhleka kwakhe. uSenzo ubehleka kakhulu. uSenzo ubesithanda isiphithiphithi esimnandi, ubethanda nje ukuthi maye khona he will call wonke ama family relatives ukuthi sihlangane ndawonye kube mnandi nje. That's the only thing esimkhumbula ngayo. And ngicabanga ukuthi South Africa ilahlekelwe kakhulu umuntu obene talente, and italente lakhe la seliqala lithi liyadlondobala, and then kwasekufika isikhathi sokuthi ke akadlule emhlabeni. So I believe ukuthi naye la ekhona naye esaphila ubehlezi ethi I'm the best goalkeeper in the world, and he was. So nginalokho ukuthi nje by the time eshona iSouth Africa yayikade iqualify for ukuya eMorocco. So ngaleso sikhathi was very happy ukuthi ukhona kuleyo team ezohamba eMorocco. So iSouth Africa I think ilahlekelwe kakhulu ngoSenzo, but ke on the other side siphinde sibe naleyo pain yokuthi sasitshela ukuthi by this time sizobe sesine-closure as a family, but still we are here in 8 years. Asikakazi ukuthi kwenzakalani ngoSenzo, but uSenzo was a national asset. So sasitshela ukuthi nje in the time of a month or a week sobe sesazi ukuthi kwenzakaleni ngayo, but sibuye ngathi umthetho usifeyile kakhulu thina as a family.
Do you think the police, umthetho usifeyile kakhulu, but the police specifically, do you feel ukuthi the police have failed you as a family as well?
I think as much as they try their best, but on the other side, siyakufila ukuthi umthetho wa South Africa usifeyile kakhulu.
Do you believe ukuthi these 5 men yibo ngempela that have killed uSenzo Meyiwa?
For now angicela ukungangeni kakhulu lapho until singene ngaphakathi ecourt sizwe ukuthi kuzokwenzakalani. Ngicabanga ukuthi konke lokho kuzophendula kakhulu mangabe sesela ngaphakathi.
And mangakhuluma nabo or mangakhuluma nabantu that Senzo was with on the day that he died, ungathini kubo?
I don't think nginawo amazwi okukhuluma nabo, because njengoba ngisho nje ukuthi ithemba lethu lalikubona, sasitshela ukuthi nje bazofika basitshele ukuthi what exactly happened, because uSenzo ube best friend wabo. So if ukuthi bayahluleka ngalesa sikhathi ukusitshela ukuthi bazothini, I don't think nginayo engayikhuluma nabo.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu Sis Nomalanga Meyiwa, just giving us details there about how the family is doing. She's mentioned that the mom is coping, Senzo Meyiwa's mom is coping somewhat, and they are here representing her and the Meyiwa family. She's also spoken around, the issue of what she would possibly say to the people that have that were in the house with Senzo on the 26th of October of 2014. And she says there isn't much that she would actually say to them because she feels that, they failed then in 2014. 2014 to speak about what exactly transpired on that day, but also the issue, of course, around whether these men are the ones that she believes have committed this crime. She says that she'd rather not get into that at this point because she just wants this trial to get underway, and of course the fears of possibly jeopardizing anything that could happen with this trial. She's also mentioned, Polly, the issue around, what exactly the justice system. She said that the justice system has failed South Africans and has failed the Meyiwa family specifically. She says Senzo was a national star. They miss him terribly. They miss his laugh. They miss being around him and the time that they used to spend together, yet the police have been unable to get to the bottom of this trial 8 years later. Oli?
Tshegohaco, thank you very much for that update. Closure. Closure is what this family needs most, but also justice. We shall see whether this court case is going to deliver that.